Alright, this is James from more Farmall. I'm gonna do this in the dark, hopefully with a light. Hope you can see everything. That's how I got two. Let me see, 2 rows of cabbage. And I'm gonna do my probably my video on that. By actually using this cultivating, cultivating side dressing them 2 rows of cabbage because I got the 2 rows of cabbage off to this separate area. Do what the other 4 rows of mixed up stuff is, which is a little bit of everything. And then anyway, that's how you set it up. Fertilizer drive, bolts right here. This is the first time I put all this stuff on this 140 before. Cause I didn't recently brought this a couple months ago. And all this is, except for the hopper, came with this 140. Just like you see it. With this drive and that base drive. Came with this tractor. I got the hopper too, but you see how that looked? That's how the bottom and inside the hopper looked. That's how these arms look. Finally got the rust off of them. Anyway, this is how you see it. I've never used this drive before. So I did not do a video on setting it up because I didn't know what I was going to run into. I'll show you a few little things I ran into. One, that idler sprocket is not right. The idler sprocket is supposed to be up here with a long arm, but I'm the type person, if it works and gets the job done, I'm not concerned about it. I know that's not the way IH put it. I'm not concerned. I'm concerned about getting the job done. But anyway, move on down here. Your hose going down here. This piece of pipe welded on it. These are king scratchers, by the way. Now, I'll explain some about these king scratchers real quick. I use these mainly. I like the way they do. I plant flat on the ground and I heel it up and bring the dirt to the plants later as I'm going. When I lay it by, as we call it, I'll heel it up and I'll pull dirt up to it. But then the rest of the time, it's flat on the ground. I mean, so these scratchers work great. But you can angle these scratchers. You can loosen it up here and angle them if you want to. If you're on a bedded row, you can push this down and angle them to the V of the row, the crown. Anyway, put the fertilizer tube there. You can zip tie. You ain't got to have that special welded pipe. You can zip tie it to the side of it. If you got rolling cultivators, you can zip tie it to the side. If you just run the old style, just shanks here, you can just turn this up and put your shank through it and put your tube on this side of the shank, not on the plant side, but on this side. You don't want putting this fertilizer directly on the plant. The plant's gonna be over here, so it's gonna be falling beside, and this inside tine to work it in. But anyway, all right, that's taken care of. You say you put more shanks back here, you can space them out. I don't need them. That's running right beside the tire, and I got the sweeps on the back. That's one reason I didn't video that. First time I put these sweeps on the back. Anyway, I'm gonna get around here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's really easy to set this stuff up, center of your row. I see a lot of people, they lay a board, they measure, they this and that. I rarely ever have to make any adjustments on this. But you look right down through here. That's your center of your axle pin. You got that running right beside it. It's pretty close. That one on the left side might be a little far in, but it's pretty close. I rarely ever have to. Just looking, I stand in front of it like this, side the tractor, and I look down it. I look down through here, just like that. That's where my plant's gonna be. Center them 2 bolts. Them 2 bolts right there. But that one on the left side might be a little close, but I'm gonna get a better light. That might be a little close. It'll do it. I rarely ever, like I said, I go right through there like that. If I need to make an adjustment, I come over here and wiggle it a little bit. Don't laugh at my little stubby toolbar. That's gonna come off sooner or later. I gotta get to the place to get them. I ain't had a chance to yet. I got a whole list of stuff I'm gonna pick up. Same way over here. If you're running the rolling cultivator or just shanks, if you run this shanks, just twist that up. Same deal. Fertilizer drive. This is what I'm talking about. This ain't the right cogs on there. It ain't the right tension or anything. This some stuff somebody done put together. But on the 140 and the Super A, it goes on this side. 100, 130 goes on this side, the left side. And you put on your sprocket on the reel. Get back here. It goes just right there on that cog on the reel. That's kind of where it looks from the rear end back here. I got that one twisted. I need to level that up. Twist that around. That's all you got going on there. You put chain there. Chain there, chain here. This ain't the IH. That ain't the IH idler. On a cub, you be out here. This base plate on a cub is turned around and the sprocket's out here on the outside. On a cub. And this is down here on this side, I believe. Everything's on this side. But on the rest on your Super A, 100, 130, 140 is just like this on the inside. Cub's on one different. That's welded up too. We're gonna try it. Seems like everything's working. And this one's a little boogered up. I'm gonna try it. If it works, I'm gonna probably just run the Super A drive because the Super A, the drive I got for the Super A, is still basically all IH with the idlers and all that good stuff. But this is IH hopper here, original fiberglass hopper. Now, I'm gonna grease all this stuff. Like I said, this is what came on this one. I put my finger under here, under the gate on the inside, and I close the gate down on my finger. That's how much fertilizer I put down. That's the rate I use. I put my finger under there, and then I close that gate down on my finger. That's the rate. It looks good. It worked. I had to burn anything like that. But that's pretty much it on that. And your hopper goes on this base plate. You twist it on there like this, right on them two little pins, and you lock it down once you use both. I didn't video all of that because I already got a video on the Super A on doing all that, and I ain't did it on the 140 before. I ain't know what kind of snags I might run into with this 140. Ran into a few. I'm trying to figure them chains out. Trying to figure that out. But it's the same thing with your rolling cultivators. You'll change if you're just gonna run pins. What I mean by pins, I mean these. I mean these right here with just straight feet on them, not the big plow points, just straight feet on them. That'll do the job. That'll do it. If you're running these on under the tractor, run your fertilizer tube on this side. See, this foot is beside the plant. Zip tie your tube over here on this side, so it's not up. You put it on this side, it's gonna be right up on the plant. Put it on this side. Put these on here. These square 2-bar arms, 3-point hitch. But I just send them up with the tile. Knock your wedges down on there. All it is to apply your tile tracks. I normally don't use these. I normally don't. I like having a flat road to walk in. It's at an ankle twister. I know there's other points I can put on here to make that better, but I'm not no fan of that in my tire tracks. I would like to buy me another set of them King cultivators and run a set of those back here on the rear in my tire tracks is what I would like to do. Run a set up there and a set back here. When I lay it by, I'm gonna definitely do that. When I lay it by, I'm gonna run my disc healers up front. And I'm gonna run them King cultivators back here on the rear in my tire tracks, so I have a flat row. I'm gonna run these though for now, but when I lay my fall garden by, I'm gonna definitely have those King cultivators on the rear, so I don't have a ridge. This mainly for when you come back again, you got a nice rib to run your tire in, for your front tire to set in. Mainly is what that's for. Mainly, it leaves your tire track out and it leaves you a ridge for your front tire to fall in when you come back. Same way with this one. Center it up here. Try not to leave nothing out. On a lengthy video, I don't make sure I don't forget nothing. But I'm gonna upload a video too of how I rework this hitch with them forward arms. Anyway, put them on that knock your lock on there. Your wedge lock in the center. Put the pin, put the foot right in the center of the tire. It's close enough. Like I said, this is just for your front tire to run in. Basically, when you come back and wipe your tire tracks out. Fertilizer caulk. I mean, it's pretty much it's really unto it. And I got a video on me getting the slop out of these arms too. So I done used it now. Need to tighten it up a little more. I done used it. Well, that's more side to side than anything. Well, that's not too bad. The rest of that would just be pushing it over. Put a washer in there so it don't move over. But anyway, that sort of sums it up. Put your chain drive on there. So set your fertilizer hopper on there. Fertilizer drive, put your tube in there. So you ain't gotta have that nice little pipe. Just set it, just stick your wedge your tube in. You can just zip tie that to the front or down the middle or anywhere close to the plant. Within about 6 inches of your plant. It ain't got to be in a pipe like that. Long as it's not dumping on top of them cultivator frames. As long as it's not dumping on top of anything. The other guy I brought this from, he had the tube sitting on top of this and it was just spilling everywhere and it made a big mess of everything right here. And then left the fertilizer in and it got rusted all up and yeah. Hopefully I can fix that hopper though, hopefully. I'm probably just gonna paint it white and it's gonna probably end up looking like an Agri Supply one aftermarket. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, whatever you setting up here, you just go by there. The center axle bolts pins right there. Let me get my light right. You look that right down through there. That's what I do. And I rarely ever have to adjust anything. Ever. Well, this is James from more Farmalls. If you like my content, like and subscribe. Thank y'all.